planes and helicopters fighting more fires from the sky.
Grabbing water from Arcadia Lake, dropping it onto the flames, and of course the boots on the ground trying to get these fires contained. Thank you for being along tonight. I'm Abigail Ogle.
Hello to you. I'm Jessica Shambach. Let's bring in our chief meteorologist, Damon Lane, right now. And Damon, unfortunately, the winds are not dying down anytime soon.
They certainly will not be dying anytime soon here. If anything, they're only going to get stronger, especially as we go into the day tomorrow. So here's what we're watching right now at 6 o'clock, excuse me, on this Monday evening. There's one fire warning right now in effect, and it's actually from a fire that developed Friday afternoon down in southeastern Logan County, right along Charter Oak, and as you go just north of Sorghum Mill. This is, again, the same fire that went up Friday afternoon. It reignited today. We had a fire warning out east of Guthrie, east of I-35, about 3 hours ago. That fire warning was issued. That has since then been dropped. That's good news. That's good news. That's good news. That means that right now we're just battling one really intense fire on the ground and up in the air. Let me go to field meteorologist Michael Armstrong at Storm Command. Michael, you've been on this fire this afternoon. What's the latest right now, Michael?
Yeah, we are just the east of Indian Meridian, which is where this other fire has been burning there this afternoon. It's been very intense. You can see a Mulhaul tanker right in front of me. And then as we make our way down the road here, I want you to look at the landscape, and it's charred on both sides of the road. Thankfully, the power poles are still up, but as you look at the base of them, you can tell where they caught on fire as well. And everywhere I look in every direction is eastern red cedar. Unfortunately, some of them, only the bases have burned. Actually, the tops of them haven't. That's how strong the winds were and how fast the fire was moving, is it wasn't even able to consume the entire tree. Those are very young eastern red cedars as well. You can still see some black smoke off to my northeast as well. And again, this whole area, as I just come back around and pan over the landscape, you can just see all of the smoke. Damon, it is quite a scene out here, but I do think that they've gotten a lot of the fire under control. We're not seeing as dense of smoke as what we saw earlier. Back to you.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And it looks like one of the super scoopers pulled away that was fighting this fire. Been watching one of them still making some aerial drops here, but definitely better news. But we still have a ways to go. I'll show you how long it's going to take for these winds to die down and for the fire danger to die down as well. Coming up, Abby.
All right, Damon, and this late breaking at 6, the Little Axe Fire Department now telling us tonight the firefighter who was hurt Friday was actually the Little Axe fire chief. We reported on this. There was a fire and then an explosion. He has now been discharged from the hospital. He's home resting, but he suffered a fractured skull in that accident.
We wish him the very best. You know, we have been all over the state tracking these fires. KOCO's Dakota Wapakichi is in Deer Creek right now near Covell and Meridian with the latest on flames there. Dakota.
Yeah, this is actually just halfway between Deer Creek High School and Portland Avenue. The smoke is actually still in the fires over there. We've seen a ton of fire trucks and even some tankers still working on this fire. But just a little bit ago, the Deer Creek fire chief told me that this is contained. The fire is actually just right along the actual creek, Deer Creek. It's right along that. It's very woodsy and a lot of timber over there, so they're still working on this fire. But the area, the law enforcement does have it shut down, so if you need to go in and around this area, you'll have to find an alternative route. But right now, things are contained, but they're still working on it. Back to you guys.
All right, good to hear that. Dakota, thank you. Now, state and federal agents hit the ground running today, assessing damage across the state.
There it's up to, hundreds of homes have been lost as ongoing fires still tonight threaten even more. KOCO's Kylie Thomas joining us live in Logan County, Kylie, where that fire continues to burn.
Yeah, as firefighters continue to battle these wildfires like this one off Indian Meridian Road, FEMA and local emergency management went out this morning to survey damage from Friday's deadly wildfire outbreak. And here in Logan County, more than 50 homes are gone.
We couldn't grab anything but a phone, a purse, and a billfold, and we jumped in the car and we just left.
This is all that's left of a Meridian neighborhood after Friday's inferno. FEMA and the Oklahoma Department of Emergency Management spent Monday surveying the heartbreaking damage. Cars melted and entire neighborhoods burned to the ground. Marcus Marshall and his dogs came back to what was their home. Now it looks like another world.
I started loading our little dogs up, And then when I come back to get the wife, but when we come back out, I mean, the fire was right back over there, and there wasn't nothing we could do.
Marcus and his neighbors were trapped from the encroaching smoke. Not knowing where to go, they took off towards the reservoir.
We went down to the lake. I mean, that because there's only one way out of here, and it was so smoky, we didn't know where we were going. Couldn't see anything. So I was afraid if we went that way, we would run right into the fire. So anyway, there was 4 of us. We were all in our cars, and everybody said, well, we're going to the lake. So we all went to the lake. Everybody already had plans to go get in the water. I mean, there was nothing else we could do.
It has to be devastating to see your property like this.
Yes, I mean, I'm 64, and then I've accumulated a lot of stuff, and I mean, it looks like junk now, but as old as I am, I don't think I can get it all back.
Now, at last check, at least 400 homes across Oklahoma were damaged in Friday's wildfire outbreak. Reporting live in Logan County, Kylie Thomas, KOCO 5 News.
That was just scary testimony there, Kylie. Thank you. And this is a live look here. This is Charter Oak and Indian Meridian as those flames continue to burn tonight. And because of this, we are hosting a KOCO 5 Cares Day of Giving for the American Red Cross of Oklahoma. Our local Red Cross is helping people impacted by these devastating wildfires right now, and you can help with all of their disaster relief missions.
Right, KOCO's Evan Onstadt joining us live in the newsroom. And Evan, these victims are searching for anything as they begin to pick up the pieces of what they've lost.
And that can be difficult. They've lost so much, it's almost difficult to describe just how widespread this destruction is. And as Abby and I earlier today were talking to the Red Cross about what makes this sort of disaster relief different than tornadoes, they said, well, in tornadoes, a lot of times there's debris to pick through to find your lost belongings. But after a fire, sometimes there's absolutely nothing left. And we were in Stillwater today at a Red Cross shelter that is definitely being used now by a number of families. These are the places that your donations on this day of giving go to. We spoke to a volunteer this morning about their importance, and also to the Stillwater fire chief about the emotions of watching the city he loves burn.
Seeing my city on fire and having my neighbors and my friends' homes burn in front of me and my firefighters has been the biggest challenge of my life.
They really don't know what to do, don't have anywhere to go, and so it's just a place where they can come and, a lot of times they've lost medication. They have just really the clothes on their back. So it's just really has been a place for them to come and be safe and warm and get the things that they need.
I mean, this is the type of help that is critical right now. If you would like to donate, you can do so to our local chapter of the American Red Cross. They are providing services to the victims of wildfires right now as part of their broader disaster relief efforts. And if you want to help, and we know you do, again, this is a KOCO 5 Cares Day of Giving for the American Red Cross of Oklahoma. Just go to redcross.org/KOCO to make a donation. You can also find a link to that, guys, on the KOCO homepage and our KOCO app.